The Ranveer Show Clips, India's smartest podcast highlights channel. Subscribe and hit that bell icon. And finally, I've got to ask you about the social media game. What's your intuition about the future of the world of content? What's going to happen in the next 10 to 20 years? What are you planning for yourself? How do you think someone can grow? And secondly, what have been your hacks for growing this fast on social media?
Yeah, absolutely. So the first thing I'd say about where social media is going, I think the biggest thing we all know is that there's going to be new platforms and there's going to be new platforms, new apps. We've all seen the rise of TikTok, and now we're seeing this awkward moment where they're trying to figure out whether it's going to stay or not. And then we've seen the rise of Reels on Instagram, and you've got just platforms and platforms. So the first thing you have to realize is, if you want to be a content creator, don't be choosy and picky about the platform that helps you grow. So when I was starting out, YouTube was the hot platform and Facebook was considered the not hot platform. But for me, my work grew on Facebook, which then grew my YouTube and grew my Instagram. And so I wasn't picky about, I want to be cool on and big on YouTube. I was just like, wherever you feel the love, be there. So you may start feeling some love on TikTok, go all in on TikTok. You may feel the love on Twitter, go all in on Twitter. Don't think in your mind that, this is not the cool platform. I want to be on this platform. And so I knew a lot of people at the time who were thinking, no, I want to be big on YouTube. Forget Facebook. It's a waste of time. And, for me, Facebook was a platform that changed my life. And so it's really important in the beginning to find the platform that works for you and your content, and go all in on that platform. And then you'll see the outpouring of that platform onto all of your platforms. So we saw that when my Facebook platform grew exponentially, the Instagram grew, YouTube grew, Twitter, everything grew because of that one powerful growth. And so often we spread ourselves too thin and we start making content that doesn't work on any platform because we're trying to deal with all platforms. And my advice is, in the beginning, when you can do very less, just try and make content that wins on one platform and just go all in. So what some of the strategies to share with you. The first strategy was, we always tested lots of different styles of content. So you never know what's going to work. And even now, I'm always testing and experimenting styles. So recently I started this new format, which is putting me into movies. So it was me giving advice to Spider-Man, me giving advice to Jennifer Aniston, me giving advice. And it was just all in this movie format. And I did that because I wanted to do more comedy and I wanted to do something more lighthearted. And people aren't used to seeing me do that. And we made 3 videos as a test. We just made 3 videos and we put them out and they did really, really well and people loved them. So we're going to do more of them. And so the first thing is, you have to be constantly experimenting. Sometimes I'll experiment and no one will like it. And so then I have to ask myself that, do I still want to do that? Does it fulfill a part of me? And if it makes me feel happy, then I'll keep doing it. But if it's not making me happy and no one likes it, then why am I doing it anymore? So that's the experimenting mentality. The second is, and I can't stress this enough, is get to know your audience and your community. If you have 100 followers and you don't talk to them and you don't message them and you don't read the comments, then you'll never know what people are really looking for and what they're appreciating. And so for me, I'm on the Instagram. When I was DMing you, like we DM'd, it was us talking. It's not like we're saying, some team member can do that. I'm commenting, I'm replying, I'm reading people's comments. I think that that's a really important part of getting to know your audience and then knowing topics and understanding what they're looking for. The third one that's been really, really important to me is, collaborations and support. And I think too many people are trying to compete. And I really believe that it's far more collaboration, and collaboration happens on an equal level. So when I was growing, there were a lot of us growing at the same time. So it was Goldcast, me, Princey A, who else was there at the time? Those were probably like the 3 people that were growing. And we all supported each other. We all helped each other. So we became friends. And to me, it's like we all started around, me and Goldcast especially started around the same time, around 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago. And we just supported each other. And then you saw Goldcast is really well known now. But I saw them at like 10,000 followers, 20,000 followers, and they've seen me at that too. But we always realized that our strength was in working together. And so when you're starting out, look for people that are on your level and say, wait, let's support each other rather than competing with each other. And so we would share each other's videos, we would share each other's posts, and then we all grew at the same time. So that was really important. And then the biggest one is just you have to get addicted to data. You have to look at the data. You can't just keep creating and not looking at watch time. You have to look at, are people watching the whole video or are they stopping at this point? Why? There's a company in America, one of my team members used to work for this company and he was telling me about it. And they had something called the boring test. So what they would do in their company is they would watch the new video as a team. And whenever someone got bored, they had to put their hand up. And so then they would look at like, why are we getting bored at this point? What can we change? And so you have to get addicted to data and look at, okay, if I grew X amount of my audience last week, what did we do right? What did we do wrong? How do we repeat it? And so you have to get focused on the data. And all of this should never become one of two things. Content creators make two mistakes. We either become selfish or we become sellouts. And what that means is sellout means you just make whatever content your audience likes and you're not growing anymore. And selfish is where you just make content that you want to watch, but no one wants to watch it. And so there's no point in that either. And so the real content creator is someone who looks at insights, but then follows their own intuition. Someone who looks at data, but then tries to be dynamic. That balance is what creates the content creator of the future.